things have been going wrong with the Uncharted movie. I think the movie is in a box, and I'm having a feeling here that this fan film is going to be better than the movie they give us. So let's get into this in 3, 2, 1, action. Following is intended entertainment purposes, of course. It's not encoded, so I'm glad we can share it. Oh, I'm so excited. In this ship and in the junk which mutinated against us, there was lost richest spoils that ever were seen. Alfonso de Alcala, 1511. Ooh, looking clean. Baja Peninsula, Mexico. Okay, nice little whip right there. Music nice. Okay, I guess these are our bad guys here, right? Black cars always are bad guys. That's Drake. You can I can see. I can tell. It's the blue shirt. Okay. All right. Is this...
Did you get it?
No. This is all he had on him.
All right. I get on it. I get on board. Bad guy's not too bad. Wish he had some more flavor to him. Oh, Nathan Fillion. He looks on point. A little too old.
Nathan Drake.
But looks good.
In the flesh. Legendary treasure hunter. Explorer.
That's right.
Historian. Thief.
Whoa, hey. I think you have me confused with somebody else, pal.
Man responsible for finding El Dorado, Corvera.
That's exactly what Drake would say.
And Shambhala.
Oh, then yes. Okay, then yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Last night an antiquities collector
so
held a private auction in La Paz. A rare item of great value was stolen.
Maybe a little older,
an
but
item my employer rightfully
this is a perfect
purchased.
actor.
So imagine my surprise when I find out that Nathan Drake is in town.
Sounds like quite a coincidence.
That's it.
Spot on.
Tell me,
especially the face.
what exactly is this?
That is a compass. Perhaps we can use it to find this fella a haircut that didn't go out in the 90s. Am I right, guys?
Oh. That's just perfect. Even the dude's
You're a funny guy.
Huh?
Oh, where is it?
Look, I don't know what it is you're looking for, but I don't have it.
My employer is not a man you want to cross. You've already made him quite angry.
I do tend to have that effect on people.
Let's try this once more, shall we? Before I violently remove something you care deeply about.
So, does that mean if I care deeply about you, you'll leave?
Okay.
A little too much right there,
Okay.
Nathan, but okay.
We'll see how cooperative you are after a little time.
That little half smile thing, I love it. It's perfect.
El who? You getting all this?
Oh, yeah. Loud and clear, kid.
That's Sully. Yo. No way, dudes. You know what? I'm okay with that take on Sully, for real. At least he got the cigar.
What are plans for the house now? Let's keep those guys busy a little longer.
Easy for you to say. You're not about to get your finger removed from some fella named El Tigre.
I'm not sure that's the body part they're thinking of removing.
El Tigre. Yo, he looks spot on. Drake, not so much so, but I can get behind that though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's El Tigre? Thank God. Guys, oh my. Whew. Seriously, that's, you guys, you got me. You got me. I was well presented. I was scared.
Have fun.
Hey there, little guy. What do you want to be when you grow up? Oh, crap.
Jesus! What did they feed at you?
Come on.
I like that little action right there. It looks legit like he's gonna get hit. This dude over here chuckling.
Wait!
Wait. I don't want to micromanage this thing, but I think you're supposed to be asking questions in between the punching.
I consider this a privilege, cabron. I hear there are many men who would pay a great deal to spend some time alone with you.
Awkward.
That's so spot on to Drake, yo. That's so spot. I love how they got that character already, yo. I can already tell he's got the character down. What's his name? Nathan Fillion, like perfect Nathan. Uh-oh.
Got it. Second floor, southeast corner.
Tigre, trucha. Algo no está bien.
Here we go. Come on, give me the one hit KO punch on Nathan. Nathan did use his elbows a lot.
Stop it! Stop it!
Yo, I love it. Perfect. Took out 4 or 5 dudes. That's Nathan right there. A little comedy. Maybe a little too much comedy, but I like that. I like the take. Personally.
Oh, yeah. Ever better.
Well, it doesn't look like they're on to you yet, so
Oh,
just get
that was a
moving.
perfect delivery of the line.
They seem pretty pissed about
Sully's
the
still killing me a
bracelet.
little bit.
Yeah, I should have told him you have it. My face wouldn't be as sore. Keeping it nice and warm for me?
Oh, yeah. Nice and toasty. Hey, not to put
Okay.
a damper on things, but what happens if those letters aren't there?
Chloe said the intel is solid. Guy paid top dollar for him.
Yeah, he paid top dollar for security, too.
Yeah, Sully. Yeah, maybe dye his hair. That dark brown like Sully is.
Okay.
Instead of like full on gray. But I like it. I can get
Sully.
behind it.
You really
'Cause
need
Nathan
to check
cast
out
it so
this
good.
room.
Yeah, maybe on the next door. Hurry up, will you? Those guys gonna be on to you in a minute.
Here we
Perfect.
go.
I love it.
Alfonso Albuquerque's
Sully is here.
letters. Ooh. This guy's not messing around. He's got original copies dating back to the conquest of Malacca. Here we go. October 1511. That's right before they sailed back to Portugal on the Flor de la Mar.
Which is now sitting at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. I'm telling you, Nate, it's wild goose.
Yeah, a wild goose worth $2 billion. The most valuable lost treasure in human history. Wait a minute. He's got a whole stack of letters from Ferdinand Magellan to Albuquerque. Earliest one is dated just a few weeks after the floor sank.
So?
That's what I'm
So
talking about.
Magellan
Get
served
in
under
the
Albuquerque
lore.
during the conquest, but history tells us that's the last they saw of each other. Unless... Holy shit, Sully, do you know what this means?
Kid, whenever you start doing this, nobody knows what you mean.
True.
Looks like it's gonna have to wait. They found your friends. Get the hell out of there.
Yeah, buddy. Get out. Come on, Drake. Get out. Get out. Get out. No way.
I felt that.
Yo, seriously.
Okay.
That's exactly what he would do, too.
Just like old times.
Yo, that's exactly what would happen. Yo, that was so dope. So dope.
What took you so long?
Oh, there we go. Some of that scenery. That opening shot was so dope, too. I like, you know, being on the mountain, trying to get that feel. I like it. Even though it's just a house. Drake's been in houses before. What? Is this?
You know, I always find myself amazed that you two are incapable of returning these things the way you found them.
Ah, we got the insurance. You did get the insurance, right?
Is that her?
Right. As promised?
You know what? She looks better than, like, Sully's casting,
Right.
but
So, we're gonna break this
She's
open.
more on point.
I feel like we're always breaking things open.
How about I hang on to that?
Hey, did you see this?
I assume that's Elena.
I'll be
Yeah,
going
it's
to
got to
hell.
be Elena.
A triangle?
Clearly, it's
Not
Elena.
just a triangle, it's a trinity. A trinity, oh my God, of course. When the Flor de la Mar sank, it took 400 people down with it, but not Albuquerque. He was rescued by another ship called the Trindade.
Portuguese for Trinity.
Exactly. Now, history is spotty on who captained it, but there was another ship called the Trinidad, a Spanish flagship, famous for having been the first to sail around the world.
Trinity.
Magellan. Holy shit. Magellan captained the rescue ship.
Oh,
Yo, I love that they're doing
Okay,
that.
look at that.
That little scene right there.
Could those be coordinates?
This is perfect.
it never made any sense. Why would Albuquerque, considered to be one of the most brilliant military minds in history, put his treasure on the Flor de la Mar, a ship that had proven itself time and time again to be unseaworthy? What if the reason no one has found the treasure of the Flor de la Mar is because the treasure was never on it?
It was on the Trindade.
Exactly, it never sank. And Magellan and Albuquerque both knew it.
So what's this then?
Our next stop.
Well, I understand
Yes!
the weather in the Philippines is particularly fine this time of year.
Yeah, fire, yo. I gotta go over some of this cast, and it's just so good. All right, so Nathan Fillion is Drake. Stephen Lang is Sully. We had Gino Sergis as Diego. I think that was the main bad guy. And then Mirsa Monroe as Elena. We also had Ernie Reyes Jr. as El Tigre. It was directed by Alan Ungar. Writers Alan Ungar and Jesse Wheeler. Producers Nathan Fillion. Okay, so one of the producers was mainly the actor. Alan, Bruno, Jesse, Lewis. I'm going to show all this here. But oh man, it was so good. It was so good. I want to give props to everybody on this production for this fan film. So, executive producers Alex Laboche and Stephen Ponce, cinematographer Alexander Shinichi, music by Aaron Gillis and Jacob Shea. The music actually was really good too. Editor Alan Ungar, production designer Darcy Scalin, costume designer Jocelyn Kwan, makeup artist Hannah Schneck, stunt coordinator Joe Perez, color grading post-pro Gumbo was what they used, colorist Alan Louise Gordon, visual effects by Lucas K. Labroque and Crystal Reeves, post-production Urban Post and Red Square Motion. This was amazing. They perfectly got Nathan Fillion as Drake, I thought. Yeah, I mean, I want to see a little younger. But the age, I think, is right. I just think Nathan Fillion looks older, but that's such a nitpick and not really the point. Nathan Fillion was absolutely tremendous as Drake. All the little quips he said, all the little one-liners, the comedy elements I really liked, because you need some of that comedy, especially in a big motion picture, and you need a shorter, condensed story, and doing something like that in the house where you find these notes. We're not going to get any of those type of scenes that we saw in this fan film, like when Drake is looking at the map and he's got the jewelry up to it and it reveals a code. We're not going to get that kind of stuff because he's a child. A child.
Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show.